Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jordan Liturgis here, back at you with another video. Um, if you guys seen my previous video of this series, I did say that I was going to talk a little bit about my personal life today after work. I just got out of work not too long ago, and it was a pretty good day. Worked 4 hours, got my check today, and just want to enjoy the rest of the weekend. So before I did that, I figured I would keep my word and talk about my personal life. So, so what can I say about my life, basically? I will say that I was born November 22nd, 1991. Name, Jordan Adrian Liturgis. That's my full name. Um, I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana. Lived in Lafayette between 1995 to about 2000. I think it was like November 2015. No, not November. I'd say July. It was July, actually. Around July of 2015, and I've lived in Fort Wayne since July of 2015. And I mean, what can I really say about my life? I mean, I could start with my childhood. Um, it was a rough childhood. I could say that. My biological mother, she did a lot of crazy things, and one of the worst things she did was have me homeless at a young age. Yes, I'm willing to say that I was homeless at a young age. I'd say I was homeless around 4 or 5. I'd say, give or take. So yeah, um, I was sleeping in cars. I was sleeping on highways in the middle of a blizzard. I've slept at Salvation Army. On Salvation Army, I'll tell you. Imagine sleeping with 10 other people in a small room, like four beds probably in one room. Like, oh man, I still got memories of it. But by the time my dad and I moved to Lafayette, my grandmother at the time, she wanted me to have a place to sleep. Cause when she found out we were sleeping in the Salvation Army, she was like, bring that boy here." So my grandmother, she was, to this day, she's still somebody I always think about. Like, I miss her so much, and she tried to teach me things at a young age that I would never understand. And I'm glad that she taught me those, because thinking about all of them, I understand what she was trying to say to me. Because when she passed away, I was about 6, and I thought things was gonna change for me. I thought I was gonna be either dead or in prison. Like, that's how I felt, because I didn't have that guidance. I didn't have that real true guidance. You know, my father, he always went out and partied, went to clubs every now and then. He would mind his business, basically. But what I love about my grandmother the most is she had me something to remember her by. And I'm going to show you guys what that is real fast. People are thinking I'm crazy for still having this, because everybody says, well, only kids has this stuff around them. Well, I keep this gift because not only it remembers me of my grandmother, because it was the last gift she gave me before she passed. And keep in mind, guys, I was the first one to see her body when she passed. I got memories of that stuff, and sometimes it haunts me to think about it, but at least she had me something to keep and remember her by. And it was this right here, this teddy bear. I mean, I've been keeping this ever since. I mean, I've kept it clean. Like, you would think, man, you kept it for this long and it still looks nice and clean. I take care of it. And sometimes, like, what I love about this bear is, like, if you see the eyes, those are marble eyes. Like, that's actual marbles that are designed to look like eyes. Sometimes I look into those eyes and it seems like it's my grandmother's eyes saying that she's watching over me from heaven. Like, that's how I feel. And just having that teddy bear right there by me every time I sleep, it's a special thing to me. Because I can always think about my mother and say, I miss your grandmother in my spirit and whatever else. Like, I pray. Sometimes I'll say, well, Grandma, will you go to Jesus and talk to him for me? Ask for the guidance. And, like, I do that kind of stuff when it comes to praying. Like, if I don't have much to pray about, or if I'm struggling, I'll say, Grandma, will you go to the Lord and Jesus and talk to them for me? Because, like, I feel like she has done that for me. Luckily, to this day, I think I'm still standing because of her spirit. Like, I feel like she has been watching over me and has helped me pursue a lot of great things. And one of the great things, I would say, anybody that knows me knows that this is my life. This right here, yep, basketball. This is what I do. Like, I love the game. I've been playing basketball since I first watched Michael Jordan play, which was back in '95 when he dropped 55 points at Madison Square Garden. I mean, ever since I knew who Michael Jordan was, like I've been wanting to be like him for a lot of years. And then once I got older, I was like, well, I want to learn from him how he got so great. And I learned a lot of things. And he wasn't the only player. Like I watched a lot of great players. Like to this day, if anybody asked me about basketball, I would tell them a lot because I studied it. Like all of high school, I studied a lot of great players, legends, how the game used to be played, and how people prepare for a game. Like I study all that stuff because right now I'm at the point where I don't play for anybody. Like the last time I played on a team was my fourth year of college in 2014. Um, I didn't have a really good college career because I didn't play a lot. I mean, I sat the bench a lot. Like I never had a really, I really didn't have much of a chance to show my skills. Like, but even when I did, like it'd be about 5 or 6 minutes. Some games I only played it for a couple minutes. I think the most I played was probably 11, and that was, I mean, it was heartbreaking for me because there was a lot of times where I wanted to quit. But anybody that knows me, I don't quit so easily, especially when it comes to basketball. But I won't go too far into that. Like maybe in future videos. But yeah, my childhood it was rough. But if it wasn't for my stepmom coming into the picture, I love her to death. Like when she became my babysitter after my grandmother passed away, and it seemed like ever since she babysitted me, she loved me. Like she loves me so much. Like to this day, she sees me as her number one son over her own kids. So thinking about that all the time, like all the ups and downs we went through, me, her, dad, and my uncle Tony, we went through so many ups and downs over the years. Like we're still around, we're still together as a family. So that just goes to show you guys, anybody that vouches that has a single parent, you know what it takes, and you know what it's like to have that one parent that has to be mother and father. But then you might have your single parent, but then you have another parent that's not even your blood, but in spirit it's blood. Like so, anybody that has a single parent, shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the kids and adults that have single parents in their lives, and also shout out to the step families, stepdads, stepfathers, all of you that support kids that are not even yours. Mad respect for all of you guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up just by saying, hey, I was gonna keep my word on the private life, and what I was thinking about doing on my next video to stay tuned on, I'll talk a little bit about my teenage life. So I hope everybody's having a well blessed Friday, and I hope everybody has a blessed weekend. And stay tuned for not only the teenage story but also future videos. God bless you and have a good day.